guys? I am Ikey. This is Patience. She is a 2006 Sprinter T1M, 140 wheelbase. It's got 240,000 miles on it, and it's my baby. I love her so much. About like 2.5 years ago, I was like this close to going to college, and then I saw like the whole van thing on YouTube, and I couldn't do it. So I took a gap year, bought a van, and then got a job with a company in Colorado building vans. Then in my off time, I worked on my own van, and now I'm here. I really wanted one to keep, so I went with a very old, good, trusty, reliable van. No payments. Feels really good. I feel like I could actually keep this thing for a long time. When I got it, there was a little bit of interior rust I had to fix. I had to do a little bit of welding, and I spent about like 3 months just fully restoring the interior, the inside, and I actually painted the whole outside. And then from there I moved on to like the inside. That took about like 8 months, I'd say, just working full time whenever I felt like it. So this is my kitchen unit. My fridge is an Isotherm Cruise 85 liter. I really like this fridge. I can fit about like a week's worth of food in it. And then in here is just like utensils and miscellaneous stuff. I have a propane stove because I really like cooking with a flame. Like if you're making burritos, you can toast the tortilla. And I don't like induction too much because I get a little anxiety watching the battery just kind of die while you cook. So yeah, propane stove. This is my sink. I have a filtered water spigot. I have a 0.2 micron filter underneath the sink. Normal faucet pulls out like that. Soap dispenser, because I don't really feel like having to deal with a bottle of soap bouncing around. And then underneath the sink, I have my 20-pound propane tank and just cleaning supplies and random stuff. Yeah, and I have about 32 gallons of water, and that lasts me maybe like 2-ish weeks. And then my gray water tank is a 7-gallon tank mounted underneath the van. Not too much counter space here, so I added this flip-up leaf right here, and I also have one on that side. And that kind of makes the space feel a lot bigger. And I have them secured with magnets so they don't bounce around too much when you're driving. But yeah, here's my Max Air fan, just a normal fan. And this is my microwave. Most people say not to put a microwave in because it uses a lot of power, but I use it for like 2 minutes a day, not even. But it really makes it feel more like a home because you're not heating food on a pan, and that's a chore. It takes too long. This bulkhead, one of the things I did to eliminate chores. It's fully insulated, slides super smooth, and it keeps out like so much heat and so much cold. I'm really happy I did this because like every night all I do is just close it and it's fully sealed, no light leaking through. This is just a little storage area. Keep like my yoga mat, foam roller, blankets, just random miscellaneous things. But I wanted to make this whole front area look kind of like a wall. Didn't want to feel like I was in a van. This is my control panel. Right here is my underbody fan. That brings in air from underneath the van versus like air from around the van, which is all super hot and beaded with the sun. And that helps keep the van a little bit cooler. This is my water gauge, inverter switch, battery monitor, and then onboard air compressor. I have a tank mounted underneath the van, and the compressor is inside the van. And then it's a nice flip down mirror. Super satisfying. I'm really happy with how that turned out. These are my overhead cabinets. Got these really nice sleek latches. Got some food bouncing around in there. And then this is my 360 fan. This unlatches and then pretty much fully swivels. Does not use a lot of power at all. These are all my dimmer switches. Pretty much everything's dimmable. I've seen a lot of people doing the nice wood with the black gaps, and I really like the way it looked. This is just 1/4-inch plywood painted black, and then the slats are 1/8-inch Baltic birch plywood, and I actually matched the grain. If you can see, it's all like one sheet. I cut 2-inch strips, and yeah, on the back of all the panels I glued on this like 1/8-inch reflective foam just to have a nice thermal barrier and seal everything. So yeah, the whole van was pretty much paneled out completely and fully insulated, and then I added all my cabinets and stuff just so I knew there wasn't any like air leaking in and seeping through, like hot or cold air. And then here I have my toilet. It's a separate tiny It's fairly new, I think. Really well engineered. Pee goes into like a little urine tank, and the poop goes into a bag, and then there's a fan that takes all the smells outside. I use it every day. It's awesome. One of the things with this layout is I really wanted to be able to seat like a lot of people, like 4-ish people, inside with all of the windows closed and no swivel seats. So this is kind of like the only way I could figure out how to do that, while also having a bed that didn't have seams, and a bed that you have to like remake like every day and night. So in here are all of my systems and components. I had to make use of all the dead space, so these are just false cavities for storage, and they pop out just like that. So I cut out as much wood as I possibly could to reduce weight. So wherever there was like unneeded wood, I cut it out. And then in here I have my AC/DC distribution panel, and then all the breakers that I need to access, my hot water heater, and then my underbody fan is actually tucked in here, and that pulls air from underneath the van. Got a big hole cut there. Then I have an emergency switch that when I turn it on, it connects my house batteries to my van battery, just in case my van battery ever dies in the middle of nowhere. And then on this side is more of my electrical, another false bottom. And then in here I have two Lion Energy 105 amp hours, so a total of 210 amp hours. More breakers, my bus bars, and then I have a 2000 watt Cotec converter, 60 amp Sterling DC to DC charger, and then a Victron 30 amp charge controller. And then up top I have 300 watts of solar. That's plenty for me, honestly. That's all I could fit up there with the skylight. This is my garage where all my toys are. I wanted to fit a mountain bike, maybe 2 mountain bikes, 2 wave storms, got my skateboard, all my climbing gear, ski gear, mountain bike gear. Yeah, it just goes on and on and on. But it's all paint matched to the outside of the van. It's all Raptor liner, which is super durable. I did the garage like this because I feel like it was the only way to really like take up every nook and cranny. I did a fixed bed in my past 2 vans, and I was always just reaching in, digging for stuff, even with the slide-out tray. It just wasn't as efficient as this. And basically, this garage is like fully customizable for like whatever passion you have, whatever season it is. This is all T-track, and these hooks actually slide around left and right, and you can like add whatever attachments you want, build any custom holders for any of your toys. The only con to this garage is that you don't have a view outside, but I worked around that, and this whole middle portion actually drops down. I just have to take the bike out, and then it drops down, and it's kind of like my little backyard. I can even sit on it. It's supportive enough. It's like fully framed out with steel beams. Yeah, so this is my solution to not having a view out the back doors. This right here is my heater outlet. I can change it however I want. It's a 2 kilowatt Chinese heater. It works great. I've been at altitude, just need to adjust it a little bit. But that's actually on like a 70-30 splitter. And like 30% gets pumped into this whole cavity, as well as my plumbing. I have a 32-gallon over-the-wheel water tank in there, but the heater keeps everything in here super toasty. I've actually slept in like -10 degrees in Vermont on a ski trip, and I was like perfectly fine. This is a nice little charging station. It was dead space, so I might as well use it. I just have a MacBook, iPad, and some charging outlets, USB-Cs, USBs, 110 volt. This is my bed. It's a Murphy bed. It's very easy to set up. I just undo these 2 latches, and then it drops down like that. Yeah, the bed is about a little smaller than a full. And these pieces are from my backrest when the bed is down. That sits in there like that, and then that goes there. And that's pretty much all I have to do to set up my bed. And I take my pillows down, And then my blanket's up there, and I'm ready for bed. Yeah, with the bed up, there's a lot of unused space behind there. So I wanted to make this into like a little wardrobe area. This is my hamper, and then this I've yet to figure out what to do with. And then this is where my surfboards go all the way through to the front. Because yeah, it's just unused space, so you might as well use it. This is my Dometic MIDI Hecky skylight. It's super nice. Lets in so much daylight. Opens up like all the way. There's a bug screen. I can look at the stars at night. And then a blackout shade. So every morning I just open this up and it's like instant caffeine, just daylight hitting me. It makes a small space feel like a lot bigger. So this is another kitchen unit. I actually needed it because the surfboard comes all the way up here. It's about like 8 feet. Pretty much everything in this van is laminate and Baltic birch. The countertops are this nice anti-fingerprint laminate. And then this is a pretty generic laminate, but super easy to clean, doesn't really scratch, super durable. In here I've got some adjustable shelving for like my coffee pot, like plates, cups, just random miscellaneous stuff. These slide out and you can adjust the height. In here is a blender. And all of this was like designed specifically for things. So all the measurements are like fit a blender, fit an Instant Pot, and then one more flip up just to expand the counter space. Yeah, and then right here I just have some bungees on my sliding door panel. And that's where I dry things like towels, my wetsuit, bathing suit. And then right here is a little quick connect sprayer to wash off sand off your feet. Thank you guys for watching. This is van number 3. Very happy with how it turned out. You guys can follow me on Instagram at Ikey Baker. Yeah, I hope to see you guys out there.
I hope you enjoyed that video. If you hadn't noticed, we do sell an ebook for how to convert a van. It has over 190 pages of detailed instructions and diagrams, also 25 video tutorials which are specifically for the ebook buyer. Creating a van for many people is obviously a really intimidating project, but I really believe, and I've seen it time and time and time again, that with the right information, anyone can turn out with a pretty decent van conversion. So check the link in the description, subscribe to the channel if you are not already, and drop us a comment if you like this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.